Hello.
Hello.
Hi, is that Paulo? Is it? Paulo,
Yeah,
Paolo.
Paulo.
Paulo.
Uh, Paulo. Paulo. There's different ways.
Hi, well,
Paulo.
all right,
Paul at school.
fantastic. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I'm Peter. How you going?
Nice to meet you, Peter. How you doing?
Yeah, good, good. Thanks so much for joining us. So,
That's all right.
where do you reside?
I live in the Dandenong. So
Oh,
I'm
right, okay,
in yeah. in-
fantastic. Really awesome today to be joined with Paulo Almeida, um, from the Dili Allstars, who's joining us today on 3D Radio, and also will be joining us in Adelaide at WOME Adelaide. So, welcome, Paulo. How you going?
Thanks, man. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, yeah, not too bad. I spent too much time trying to work out how to pronounce your first name. I didn't even tackle the second name,
Almeida. Yeah.
Almeida. So
Yeah.
it's really timely this interview's come up because one of our listeners, Sally, I'll call her out now, who's popped
Yeah.
into our station the other day with a few goodies, and one of them being Paulie Stewart's biography,
Oh yes.
All the
Yeah.
Rage. So
Paul Stewart. Yeah.
yeah, so and literally just coming up to this interview, I've literally got to the part about the Dili All Stars, and I've just started
Oh,
reading
did
about
you?
the
Yeah,
format,
yeah.
been reading about the formation and everything that went on. Wow, so
Mm.
it's been quite a ride for you guys. You're at WOME Adelaide to essentially celebrate 20 years of independence of East Timor. Is that?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, well, the band started in we were invited in 1999 to go over to East Timor to do a tour of duty concert, which was organized by the legendary Glenn Wheatley. So we did a big Christmas concert for the troops there in '99 with John Farnham and Kylie Minogue and all those big names. And then when we came back, we thought like that was the end of it. Like we didn't expect to go further with the band because we only went there because we recorded a song that was then the Liberdade. Liberdade was just was a song that we recorded, and we sent that song to Timor via some university students in the blank tape because we knew if we had put anything on the tapes, as soon as it got there, the Indonesians would take it out and it wouldn't allow the cassettes to go in. So we went there, we did the concert. When we came back, we thought, the job was done. But then when we came back, we started getting a lot of offers from festivals and from televisions, and the story sort of goes on from there. But sort of this whole thing started with, as you said, Paulie Stewart from the Dockers. And Gil Santos. I grew up in East Timor with Gil and his family, and we both arrived in Australia in '85. But it has been 20 years. It has been a journey, a long one, because like when we started playing music and writing songs, people kept telling us that like East Timor will never have its independence, and it got its independence in 2002 actually. So it's been 20 just over 20 years,
That's great.
which is great.
Um, my understanding is that when that tape got circulated, the head of the government at the time fancied himself as a bit of a pop star and had his own music going to
Yeah, that was the story.
pro Indonesian. Is that true?
Pro Indonesia. Yeah, apparently that's true. Yeah, apparently that's true. Yeah. Speaking to a few of the guys at that time, yeah, they were saying like anything like yeah. So a lot of the guys had to hide their guitars inside the house. Like if they were caught playing any instrument outside of the house, if the military were was walking past, they would get rid of all the instruments. So yeah, so if you played your music, you had to play it inside your house, not outside of the house, which is
Mm.
crazy to think that
So
But,
how did yeah? So how much of an impact did that tape have at the time?
had an impact. Had a lot of impact. It became like an anthem. I remember going. back in 2000 and also in 2002 to play at the independence celebrations, like, you know, to have, you know, 80,000-90,000 people singing that song, you know, without you know, without any, you know, like the band stops and the crowd is just singing that song, you know, everyone, you know, Liberdade, Liberdade. It's like, wow, it was just an amazing, like, you know, I'm getting, you know, goosebumps just yeah, talking about it. It was just, yeah, it was just an amazing experience. Amazing, yeah. You know, I mean, you know, they say that, you know, it's the little things, like, you know, you can't, like, you can, you know, you can scream as much as you want, but as long as you put your message to music, everybody, you know, yeah, it's got a, yeah, it's made a huge impact. I was involved. I was mainly in the reggae scene in the Melbourne, sort of the reggae scene. It was me and also Gil as well, Gil Santos, and then I think Gil and Paulie, I think, yeah, they were the ones that, you know, started the Dili Allstars. So, yeah, and then it sort of came that, you know, like, so half of the members were from the Dockers, painters and Dockers, and then, yeah, and then half was sort of like a lot of the guys were playing in the reggae scene, because, you know, like, I grew up with the reggae. So yeah, so look, you know, it all came together really quick, and so that's when the Dili Allstars were formed. In sort of, you know, like, I remember the first time we went to East Timor in 1999, we took, I think there was like 15 in the band. And I'm thinking, how do we, you know, how do you get 15 people in the band? But if anyone was going to make it, it was going to be Paulie Stewart. You know, he made things happen. From then on, I remember, you know, playing a lot of festivals around Australia, East Timor, and in 2003, we were invited to go and play at a festival in Portugal that was organised by the Communist Party. Believe it or not, it was called the Avanti Festival, and that was one of the biggest festivals, you know, we've ever played at. It's like the big day out here, you know. So that was an amazing. So, you know, Dili Allstars, yeah. I remember we did a version of Ross Wilson, yeah, one of his songs, and we went into the Bert Newton show, and Ross, you know, did it in English. I sang it, you know, Portuguese. We did a lot of songs. So yeah, and all of this was probably around, you know, like, you know, about 10, 15 years ago. So it's been a long time.
Yeah, how long's it been since you played together? Has it been a while, or have you been?
Yeah, look, we the first time we actually played together again as a band was last year. We played at Port Fairy Folk Festival, and funny enough, you know, yeah, we sort of changed the set a lot, because what we've been doing is we've been incorporating the set with a lot of cultural. So we've got a young cultural. There's a group here that, you know, they do a lot of the dancing, drumming, and so what we've done is we've sort of incorporated our set into more of a traditional, so that we're, you know, because you grow with the times and you change, and so we've decided to sort of change, you know, the way the band's playing, and sort of incorporate more traditional music and drumming from, you know, from East Timor. So so at WOMAD, what you're going to see is, for a lot of people that have seen the Dillies in the past, yeah, we're going to sort of change it up a little bit, and we've got a lot of the, so we've got a lot of drumming, we've got the dances as well. So there's going to be a lot of color, and it's going to be more of a Timor showcase than actually anything else. It's got a lot more of an islander feel to it than more than of the sort of the rock and the reggae side. It's got more like an islander feel. There's a bit of the reggae vibes in there, but yeah, but we're sort of concentrating more on the sort of a cultural side. So yeah, so a lot of the songs will be in the language, and we got three of the girls from the cultural group that are coming on with us too, which is, you know, which is a change, because otherwise it'll just be like a male kind of you know, like a rock band. So it's great to incorporate, you know the yeah, the girls in there, and just add a bit of color, and yeah, it'll be great.
Yeah, great. Um, just a little bit about, I guess, East Timor politically, I guess, is
Yeah.
obviously a lot's happened in 20 years. I was in preparation for this, I was just sort of just reading some stuff around I think it was the elections last year. It's confusing. Yeah,
It's very
landscape's
confusing.
confusing.
It's very confusing. Yeah.
What's your thoughts on what's happening at the moment?
My thoughts. Well, do you know, we sort of speak a lot about this in the band, and about the future and what we do. For us, we would love to get a little bit more help from the governments. Especially when we do things like this. And I've been doing a bit of work with the veterans side of things. Trying to bring the veterans out and record albums, and through the music of resistance, which is very very important. The way I see the government at the moment is just that it's all like it's been over 20 years, and I feel like nothing has changed in terms of the government. There's not a new person coming through. It needs a new, a young prime minister come through. But yeah, who knows until that's going to happen. But yeah, I feel like it's always the same people there, and it's been the same ones there for the last 20 years. And I don't really,
So some people are a
yeah,
bit reluctant to let go of power, I guess.
Absolutely, yeah. And I believe that we should strongly put a lot of effort into the music and the culture and the art. Timor, everybody can play, everybody can sing it. There's a lot of music and culture, but there's not a lot of people getting out of East Timor to actually to have an opportunity to come here and play music, whatever. Yeah, because there's not a lot of help from the government. So
could you describe for us what the music and cultural scene is like over there, just so we can get
it's changed. Yeah, it's changed a lot. Like the traditional folk, sort of the folk, a lot of it's come from the Portuguese, because like a lot of the fado, the Portuguese. So a lot of the traditional music, it's come from that. A lot of guitars and but what intrigues most is that each of the villages have their own kind of the rhythms that come from the drumming. So it'd be great to tap into those sounds, and try and really the sounds out into the world. But it's changed, like a lot of hip hop now. There's a lot of hip hop. There's a lot of artists that are singing a lot of those Indonesian pop, all kinds. I mean, it's just evolved over time. So every corner of you go to, there's live music, and there's all sorts of music. But yeah, so yeah, and it's going to keep evolving, because the young ones now are listening to sort of a lot of the American, all the music that's coming from from the outside. So
I'm with Paolo Almeida from the Dili Allstars. So Dili Allstars are playing Womadelaide Adelaide on Saturday and Monday across the weekend, which should be exciting. So a couple of opportunities to see you perform. And as you mentioned, a bit of a change up in terms of style and sound from what people might be used to. Yeah, that's super exciting. Sounds like it's going to be like colorful, energetic, a bit of a celebration.
Yeah, it'll be great. It'll be great. Yeah, it'll be great. Yeah, and also on the Sunday we're doing we're part of the Taste the World. So
sweet.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a bit of cooking as well. So come and have a try. Yeah, we're going to play a bit of song and as well. Yeah, we're going to play a few acoustic.
The Taste the World is fantastic. It's
it's great. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was funny because when I said to the band, this is also going to happen, they go, what? So the guys are a bit, I said, don't worry about it. We'll be fine. We'll be able to cook something up. So yeah, a lot of the guys.
Who's gonna lead the way with that in the band? Who's the person you rely on?
I would have to say maybe Gil Santos. I reckon. Yeah, he knows how to cook, so I reckon he'll be fine.
No,
I'll probably help him out.
Yeah, no, it
That's
is
great.
great. It sort of started. I remember it started as sort of just mainly cooking, but now, yeah, there's music and it's
Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah,
such an entertaining hour of the day,
yeah,
when people go and check that out as well. So
yeah,
that should be exciting. So you'll be around the place for the majority of the weekend, which is really
yeah,
exciting.
yeah,
So
yeah. We'll be there. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
no, that's
yeah,
wonderful.
yeah. We'll be
So
there for the 4 days.
beyond Womadelaide, Adelaide, what's in store for the Dili Allstars?
Oh, Peter, I have no idea, mate. Whatever comes, you know what I mean. Look, no, but we're also heading to we're heading to Canberra in about 3 weeks' time, because we're doing the National Multicultural Festival there as
Oh,
well.
cool.
So in Canberra, I think that it's on the 18th or something.
Yep.
18th of February, yeah, and then we're going to Womadelaide, and yeah, after that, I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, we'll have to see.
Wait and see.
Yeah, wait and see. If
Right.
there's other opportunities, yeah, we'll go and we'll
Get
do it for
amongst it.
sure. But yeah,
That's wonderful.
great.
Well, thanks for chatting with us today, Paolo. That's been really
No
lovely
worries.
to talk to you
No, thank you.
get
Thank
a
you.
bit of a deeper insight into the Dili All Stars
Yeah,
um, and a bit of a glimpse into what we can expect when you hit the stage at Womadelaide and the
yeah, it's
kitchen.
fun.
When you hit the stage and
And
the
the
kitchen.
kitchen. I reckon the kitchen's harder than the stage. Oh, the guys, yeah, that's what the guys are saying. They go, "What? We're going to get into the kitchen." I go, "Yeah, it's easy." They go, "No, it's harder than the stage." It should be fun. Should be fun.
That's awesome. Oh, well, thanks for joining us today. Really
No
appreciate it.
worries. Thank you so much.
Um,
Thank you so much
and
for
thanks again.
no worries.
Cheers. All
All
right.
the best.
See you
Thanks,
later.
mate.
See you, mate.
Bye.